Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about how small cells have a growing role to play in seamless connectivity in public, private, and neutral host networks. In September, the Small Cell Forum predicted 61 million small cell units would be shipped by 2030, which represents a compound annual growth rate of 9.4%. According to the forum, drivers for that growth include neutral host models, edge integration, and 5G standalone deployments. Sachin Karkala is here to provide some expert insights. He is Senior Vice President and General Manager of the RAN Business Unit at Mavenir. So welcome, Sachin. And just before we get going, perhaps you could say a few words about your role and the unit.
Thank you, Annie, and thanks for having me. I'm Sachin Karkala. I head the RAN business unit at Mavenir. In this business unit, we do handle the macro basebands, non-terrestrial network solutions, and the small cell. And small cell is one of the biggest portfolio that we have in the BU, which consists of products ranging from 2G to 5G. We've got the product variants covering the SOHO to medium enterprises to the large enterprises. So that's the portfolio that we offer today to our customers.
Okay, so let's get started. Small cells are emerging as a strategic enabler for next-gen connectivity across, as I mentioned, public, private, and neutral host networks. So how does Mavenir see their role evolving in urban densification and enterprise-grade deployments?
Great question, Annie. So if you look at the trend that's happening today, there's a lot of growth in the applications which are data hungry, especially in case of macro networks. They have a real challenge in providing the coverage and the throughput that user needs in indoor areas, like in city centers and buildings. That's where there's a lot of opportunity in general for the small cell industry to pick up. And the numbers that he quoted initially makes perfect sense, and I don't see why it's not a real thing. By 2030, we would be shipping so many millions of units in the industry. So what Mavenir is doing, at Mavenir, we are focusing on building capabilities and offering technologies to our customers which are future-proof and which are simple to operate and maintain. Currently, we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have products ranging from a simple 4G unit, 2G unit into NSA, into handling the 5G access points for small business, and also for in-building deployments, the bigger stadiums, indoor stadiums. There are a lot of options that we offer today to our customers, and we are evolving these products by bringing in newer technologies to make sure the maintenance and operational aspects are also very effectively handled for the customers, thereby reducing the total cost of ownership for them.
Okay, now from enterprise distributed antenna system deployments in Australia to urban rollout in Switzerland with Sunrise and with 3UK, what key learnings are shaping Mavenir's approach to future small cells and DAS strategies, and especially in converged indoor-outdoor environments?
Very interesting question. So, and this is something that we also try to, internally discuss, debate, because ultimately, just building a small cell unit is not going to help. We need to understand our customer challenges, not only the customer's challenges, but also we need to understand the region where we're selling into. And through our deployments across Europe and APAC and Australia, we've realized there are three main trends that are emerging. One, ease of deployment and the time to market, right? And also, ultimately, the day-to-day operations of the solution that we're going to deploy. Especially with small cell, there's going to be thousands of units, and it is not easy to maintain and manage those many units. From an operator perspective, it has to be plug and play. So what we realized is there are three things that we have understood. For us to be cost-effective, neutral host is the biggest offer that we can have for a bigger enterprise kind of play. While we do offer small cells, that will definitely address the indoor densification kind of solutions, which are mainly the reasons we are picking up that kind of product sales in Europe more often compared to Australia, because these two markets are different.
Okay.
And of course, the final thing would be the small cell is not just another solution that operators want today. They are the essential piece of their complete, connectivity solution. Like, the going from 5G to 6G, there's going to be a lot of use cases that will open up, which are data hungry, which depend on the network to be really stable and provide high level of resiliency. And small cells working alongside the macro cells can bring that kind of solutions for our operators.
Okay, and finally, how is Mavenir leveraging AI to transform small cell deployments and optimize ROI and performance?
Again, a really good question. The reason why I say that is AI is something that every industry, every product development companies are looking into, and it's not a luxury not to have an AI in the product offering. It has become an essential component of every product every company develops today. And small cell is not an exception. In fact, small cell solutions will greatly benefit from getting the AI take care of some of the aspects of the solution deployment. In our portfolio, all the products are completely integrated to handle a zero-touch provisioning and zero-touch maintenance of these products once they're deployed. What I mean by that is we have two categories of solutions that we offer using AI. One is something called as a network intelligence as a service. These are the services which basically helps keep up the network KPIs as the network is evolving without having any manual intervention from the operator side. And the second piece is how do I monitor and manage the network? That is where we have a solution which is based on a generative AI approach, very similar to a ChatGPT or a Copilot kind of interface, which our operations teams can use to monitor a day-to-day trend of the network, and of course, automatically do the auto RCA and mitigate the risk. And essentially, to summarize, AI is playing a big role in every aspect of our deployment and maintenance of the solution.
So, in short, the small cell space is definitely one to watch. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Annie. And it's always exciting to share our vision. Thanks.